After a serious fire in Hartford, 6 families won't be able to stay in their homes. Right now, they are receiving help, and it comes as the city is pushing to strengthen protections for renters forced out of their apartments. NBC Connecticut's Matt Austin is live in Hartford with reaction. Hi, Matt.
Yeah, so Amber, we're told this is a big issue here in Hartford, and right now councilors are working on some updates to city rules to help make sure that the tenants, they know exactly what they might receive if they're in a situation like this, and also to make sure landlords are held accountable.
We see the flames, you hear the crackling.
That's what people saw and heard as a fire ended up damaging 2 multifamily homes on Bedford Street in Hartford this morning. There was some relief after a dog was rescued.
They just came over, and then it was just joy.
Today, the city and Red Cross were helping 6 families who won't be able to stay in their homes for now. That includes 15 adults and 4 children, and officials say this is happening far too often.
How big of an issue is it here in Hartford in terms of people who are being displaced?
We have the biggest problem of any city in the state.
The councilman believes the higher risk of fire and displacement comes from a combination of older buildings, a lot of renters, and many out-of-town landlords who might not properly care for their properties.
Tenant power.
The issue really came into focus after about 100 people were forced out of the Concord Hills apartments after a fire in 2024, and concerns like mold and bugs were raised about their temporary housing at motels. Now an update on city rules is being worked on, and people spoke out at a public hearing earlier this year.
It's a whole lot of displacement, a whole lot of unplanning, a whole lot of trying to figure it out day after day, and it's honestly stressing.
The councilman explains the proposal would make it clear what displaced tenants should expect. That includes up to potentially 4 months of temporary housing, help covering moving costs, and after the initial emergency stay, somewhere with a kitchen and enough space.
Ideally, it costs the city nothing because all of this is supposed to be paid back by landlords. And the trouble is that landlords, when they get that bill, often either they just don't pay or they say, oh, this isn't covered by the state statute.
And we're told part of this new ordinance would make sure landlords know about these new rules right up front, and then would make it harder for them to fight it later in court. Now, a final proposal is expected in the coming weeks and then would come up for a vote. Live in Hartford, Matt Austin, NBC Connecticut News. Guys, back to you.